I was gonna start my video, y'all, but I got so distracted by this view. Look at this. Tell me my mama don't got the best view on the island. OMG. I'm sorry, I just had to share this view with y'all real quick. This is what you call island life. Roatan living at its best. Wow, amazing. All right, done now. Let's get started, y'all. Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to my channel. This is Roatan. This is your girl, Audrey. If you're just now tuning in, welcome. If you're returning, thank you for continuing to support your girl. Today's video is for anyone who's planning to travel to Roatan via cruise ship, or if you know someone who's planning to travel to Roatan via cruise ship, this video is for you. My cruise ship passengers, your time is very limited. Your options are limited. So the more strategic you are about your trip, the more fun and the more you can enjoy your time. So I'm going to be sharing some tips for you to consider when planning your trip, and if you want to explore the island, I'll be giving you some tips on how to make your plans. All right, if this is something that's useful for you or someone you know, please share this video with your friends or family, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button and also press the bell so you can be notified every time I upload a video. Okay, let's get started. So before I get into sharing the different ways that you can book your tour, I just want to clarify, on the island of Roatan, we have two cruise ship ports. So the first one is Mahogany Bay, and Mahogany Bay has a whole experience going on within the port. So there's a beach there, there are restaurants, there are actual activities you can do within the port. So if you're a person who doesn't want to leave the port, or or you're not adventurous, but you want to dock at a port where you can get out and do something, you should book the cruise that docks at Mahogany Bay, because you have options within the port. Although I highly recommend get out, explore, and support the local businesses. The second cruise ship port is in the community of Cox and Hole, is the port of Roatan, or I think it's Roatan Village. They changed the name recently. So at that cruise ship port, you have a shopping area, but there aren't activities or many activities to do in the port. So if you dock over there, it's either you're gonna stay in the boat, do some shopping at the duty free, eat something, but if you want to do something and really explore the island, you're gonna have to leave the cruise ship port, the Cox and Hole cruise ship port, for sure. The first way for you to book your tour on a cruise ship is booking directly with the cruise line. So usually you have a booklet, and the cruise line will include the description and the price of the tour, and you can just book directly with them. This is really great for people who are inexperienced travelers. If this is your first time traveling on a cruise, it's usually the most secure way, the most seamless way to book your tour. The downside is you're usually in bigger crowds, and to each his own. Some people just might want that, but the type of experience you'll get is you'll definitely be in bigger crowds, and they will take you to the tourist trap areas, because it's just, for cruise lines, it's all about volume and being seamless, because there's so much volume. So this is why they lean towards the tourist trap areas, because there's already a system going on, right? So now, if you're someone who wants an experience that's more authentic, or if you know exactly where you want to go, this may not be the option for you, because, for example, I'm the director of the Garifuna Cultural Center, for those of you who don't know, and I've heard from a couple of times where I had this experience where someone wanted to book a tour and they wanted to come to the center. They wanted this Garifuna experience. So they thought that by booking the Garifuna experience tour on the cruise line, that it will automatically bring them to the center. And so no, that's not always the case. And so if you know that you want to go to place A, B, or C, then your best bet is to contact that place directly and ask them and verify if they book this option through the cruise line, does that include the stop at your place? So that would be either ask the cruise line specifically, where are you taking me for this experience? Or if you already know the place where you want to go, just contact them directly, and you can also ask them that. So so if you already know where you want to go, the tour that you book through the cruise line, that place may or may not be where the cruise line takes you. Where do they take you? It all depends on who they made an agreement with. So the cruise lines, they have intermediaries that already go to these tourist attractions and they make deals like, okay, hey, I'm with Royal Caribbean and we want this type of experience. Is your place available? And they make a deal and then they start selling it on the cruise line. So not every tourist attraction has that connection with the cruise line. So another thing to consider is that it's usually more expensive to book your tour through the cruise line because of the convenience of being seamless and already they already weed out everybody. So you pay for convenience when you book your tour with the cruise line. The next is booking with an independent tour operator. So when you get off of the cruise ship, off at the cruise ship dock, there's usually a place where you see independent tours, and there's different kiosks with different local tour operators. And this is good for someone who's a little bit more experienced with traveling. It's also usually less expensive than booking directly with the cruise line. So this is definitely an option for people who are more experienced traveling, who don't mind getting off the port and looking around. So booking with an independent tour operator at the cruise ship port usually gives you more options of the tours you can do. And it's also still a secure way because for tour operators to operate from inside of the cruise ship port, there are certain rules and regulations that they have to keep up with. So number 3, you can book your tour with a private tour operator. They don't have a kiosk inside of the cruise ship port. They're not affiliated with the cruise ship port. So in order for you to actually meet your tour guide, you would have to walk outside of the gates of the cruise ship port, and it's usually somebody with a sign that has the name of their company. Hey, I'm Roatan Tours, I'm Garifuna Cultural Center. You would see the sign and walk towards that person, and that's how you know that's your tour guide. So the pro to that is you will more than likely see more things in a short period of time because the groups are usually smaller. And it's definitely for the more adventurous and curious traveler because each cruise ship port is built differently. So at the Mahogany cruise ship port, for example, it's probably like a 15-minute walk to meet the private tour operators. Whereas with the Cox and Hole cruise ship port, it's just like a 5-minute walk. So I don't know how it is in Jamaica or Cayman Islands, so just consider that if you have to go outside of the cruise ship ports to meet your tour guide, it won't be as seamless as booking directly with the cruise line or booking with an independent tour operator that's affiliated with the cruise ship port. Okay, so another option is you can also walk outside of the cruise ship dock. Let's say you haven't booked with anyone, not with the cruise lines, you haven't booked with an independent tour operator, you haven't booked with a private tour operator that you would meet outside of the gate. You just want to explore. So this option is for the curious, is for the adventurous, is for the more experienced traveler. Because if you walk outside of the cruise ship port and you're looking for something to do, you're gonna find a lot of hustlers, a lot of independent people saying, hey, come book the tour with me and let's go here and let's go there. So the pros with that is you could really get more bang for your buck. Number 1. Number 2, you can be more like, let's say if you want to go to the Garifuna Cultural Center and you know that's where you want to go, you walk outside the cruise ship port and anyone who's trying to hustle you, you can be like, well, no, I'm not going to the beach, I'm going to the Garifuna Cultural Center. How much are you going to charge me? So you're going with boom, you know what you want to do. That's a great option for those who already know what they want to do, but for whatever reason couldn't book ahead of time. However, it can be overwhelming to see so many people trying to sell you something in your face. It's the least secure way because you haven't met this person before. You don't know who you're really dealing with. You don't know who they're affiliated with, which is why this option is definitely for the most experienced, more experienced traveler. That's all the tips I have to share with you today. So I hope this video helps you to plan your Roatan trip. Also, if you're seeking an authentic cultural experience in Roatan, please contact your girl directly. The Garifuna Cultural Center, we are currently not affiliated with the tour operators who sell tours directly through the cruise line. So if you want to book a cultural experience and you book through their cruise line, they won't bring you to us. So you can book with us directly, and we will send our drivers with our big sign that says Garifuna Cultural Center to meet you outside of the gates of whichever cruise ship port you dock into. Okay, so thank you guys so much for watching, and don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment. All of that helps your girl. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.